So here with Aiden at Stalwood Homes. He is a builder. He's built over 250 homes in his young career. His father has been in the industry for how long?
25 years roughly.
Wow. So why Blackfalds? What's your take on Blackfalds?
When I moved to Blackfalds, it was I moved about 2 years ago from Ontario. I didn't even have the intention to build. I was going to sort of do the oil field thing. Got out here with my girlfriend and looked around, and it was prime for the pickings.
Brilliant.
At that time, it was the third fastest growing community in Canada.
Yeah.
So,
and I knew a rumor was last Wednesday on the radio. My friend from Red Deer had been born and raised all of the number one fast growing community in North America.
Now it is.
Now.
Blackfalds.
Yes.
Wow. They say, I've heard like a few people say that it's supposed to be the size of Airdrie in 5 years. So.
Well, if you look at that city boundary of Blackfalds, this is relevant for the video, huge, because I talk about the bigger picture first.
Yep.
And from your perspective, that's huge because you made the shift. You'd already built homes before. You come here, drop right into the fire almost.
Yep.
So Terry validated this, but also the Real Estate Investment Network, they have over 4 billion of real estate transactions that they guys like buy properties to rent, and they're for 25 years now. 25,000 people have gone through this little weekend seminar, and they do like 300 seminar type kind of groups, and they say how many here have been in membership for more than 10 years. 50 people show up with 300. How many homes you got? More than 20. Half of them are still standing. And then a lot of guys have 100 homes, but they basically talk about the fundamentals. And the first is to be a geographic specialist in your neighborhood, and the second is to understand where the transportation effect is happening, which is like for Blackfalds, you look at, like, they're talking about this super train going from Calgary to Edmonton, which is like a 200 kilometer an hour light rail. Yeah, that's big news. It just came up like about February 14th. There was a big meeting on it, and it's been talking about for a while, but it's going to happen. Then you got the Anthony Henley and the ring roads around Calgary, and then the people that there's like $1 trillion of equity flying from Calgary up to Fort McMurray back and forth. And 2006 there was 20 billion in projects in Alberta. 2006. Well, this year, 200 billion being spent this year, already earmarked in the bank, ready to be spent. This is the bigger picture, right? So you see what Blackfalds is kind of like that. We're like on the money train, and the money's just falling off the highway.
Joffrey plant, Nova Chemicals, 15 minutes from town. They got their own train right out there now too, right?
Well, Joffrey, one of my tenants lives there. Lives in my place. He works for Leadcore, and he's in charge of a carpentry, and they do a lot of steel studs up there. He's been in my place for almost a year now. He's going to rent my place for another 2 years. They're putting up he calls it manning up. They're going to have another 400 guys. They're going to have to take on carpenters, tradesmen, sheet metal welders, whatever, fabricators, and they're building. The expansion of the Joffrey plant is $1 billion. The 500 million in wages. And so these guys are coming in from all over, and there's no place for them to live. So if there was somebody like yourself that could build like an 8-plex and then provide housing for these type of guys. They own homes somewhere else, and they need affordable housing. And they don't want to drive from Edmonton to go to work every day, and a lot of them do. The guy that rents a room for me, he lives in Calgary, building a home in Calgary, and he getting married, but he lives in my place 4 days a week. So he's like, Sunday night comes to my place, and he just rents like a 10 by 10 room. Or actually it's about a 13 by 10 room, but it's insane. Like the vacancy is 0 in Calgary, and it's 0.9 in Red Deer. So these are real like economic numbers, right?
Yeah.
So that's for me why Blackfalds, because it's between Lacombe.
So really, it's the fastest growing community in North America
right now. It's retarded, right?
Oh no, it's like, well, how did I end up on this street in this place? Hilarious.
Yeah, I knew Central would be a good place, but I got kind of fluked out getting to Blackfalds. There's nothing available to rent in Red Deer, so I got a little basement here, and then I bought a townhome. And the guy just said, no, he wouldn't want to sell. He didn't want to sell. He wanted to keep everything he's got, fine. So now I have to buy new, right? So it's not that I have to. Actually, we're happy to buy new because, I mean, people want new. If you have a place that's nice and new and clean, people will pay a premium. And so guys that will live in other cities, they want to keep their homes there, but they'll get a secondary home here. So there's a big market for that. Guys I can convince that have homes already, take some equity out, buy a home here, and I'll manage it for them. And make sure I'm here every day, kind of thing. So basically, your strategy is to build how many homes here in this Blackfalds area? Like you got six
I get a
lots.
Right piece of property. I mean that's sort of what I have right now.
Okay.
I can build as many as I can sell. We're looking at buy a huge development somewhere, 300 houses type thing over the next 5 years if we can.
In Alberta or just?
Yeah, in Alberta. Primarily, in this, Blackfalds, Sylvan, Red Deer, something like that.
Whoa.
We're trying to get a hold of something. We've had a few offers on 80-acre parcels, quarter
Nice.
sections, stuff like that. So it's just